Welcome back to Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. Just approaching 1:30 on a Monday afternoon, and last night the Senate passing a continuing resolution that now heads back to the House, potentially ending the government shutdown after 40 days. Now, this shutdown has potentially left thousands of college students still in financial limbo. So even when it ends, we are seeing that higher education is increasingly unaffordable. So joining us right now is Jennifer Finetti, Director of Student Advocacy at ScholarshipOwl, discussing the impact on students and what resources are available. Jennifer, thanks for joining us here on Live Impact News.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, there are a lot of resources available to students that they really need to know about. I would begin by saying that the first thing they should do is contact their financial aid office. Oftentimes, the financial aid office will have lots of resources that they connect them with, both on campus as well as in the community.
Great. Yeah. Can you give us a sense, the past 3-4 weeks, what kind of damage has been done due to the shutdown, or is this just piling on to the costs of college tuition?
It's definitely been challenging for students. It's really the uncertainty overall, not knowing when the shutdown will end, when will their SNAP benefits be available to them if they are receiving SNAP. Many college students actually do receive SNAP, so this has been very scary for them and for their families as well. If they're living on campus, they're worried about their families back home. You know, what I tell students and what I've always told them is that there are a lot of resources available, and they often haven't explored what's available on campus. Most campuses do have a free food pantry that all students on campus can access. They also can sometimes access technology loans from their campus. You know, they may be able to borrow a laptop or have internet access provided to them for free. They may be able to access emergency grants or loans through the financial aid office. And of course, there are so many scholarships that are available. You know, Scholarship Owl has over $500,000 in scholarships no matter what month of the year you apply. And even if you're currently in college, you can apply for scholarships right now, and you can use those funds to apply to the current school year.
And I mean, it sounds like it covers a variety of kind of students that might be covered. What are some of the examples of the scholarships that are available year round?
So, you know, there are scholarships for all kinds of situations, and, you know, students don't have to be a straight A student to access them. What we have on our platform are scholarships that are offered by businesses and local organizations. So often they're based on a theme. You know, it might be talking about your favorite cause that you care about. It could be that the organization is interested in you, you know, subscribing to a newsletter. Excuse me, there are all kinds of scholarships that are available, and they're often much easier to apply for than students realize. Some students, of course, do focus on essay scholarships, which we do have in our platform, but there are also scholarships that don't take nearly as much time and effort to apply for. And so students who may have held off on not applying for scholarships, you definitely should do so. Another thing students should be aware of is they need to submit their FAFSA. The FAFSA opened on October 1st. And all students should submit that as soon as possible. And if your financial situation has changed, sorry.
That's okay.
If your financial situation has changed since your income in 2024, as it has for many families this year, they can actually apply for an appeal through the financial aid office to have their current financial situation be evaluated in addition to their finances back from 2024.
Students and families alike really have to get resourceful and figure it all out, especially a time like this, combining and perhaps weighing, you know, their priorities, tuition, rent, food, and all that. For families who are struggling and trying to navigate financial challenges, what do you say to them? What is the first or two first steps to plan for college?
So, you know, anyone who's trying to plan for college right now, the one thing I would say is even though this shutdown has been very impactful on a lot of families, and, you know, of course, some parents have lost their jobs as well, the shutdown looks like it may be coming to an end soon. You know, there is hope. And, hopefully a lot of these families where a family member lost their job, maybe they're going to be able to get their job back. So that is hopeful. But the main thing is, to really access the resources that are available to you. Your financial aid office for the college you're attending is a great start. If you are a high school senior and you're not yet in college, you can still access financial aid assistance from the college you plan to attend. You can contact them, explain your situation, and ask about resources that are available. But the most important thing is to make sure you submit your FAFSA. That is the beginning and the gateway for all financial aid that is available from the college.
And FAFSA has become a little more streamlined. It's been become a little easier, hasn't it?
It has. It used to be this very daunting experience. Now it's down to just 36 questions from previously it had 108 questions. And so families who might have thought, I don't want to bother, or what if I don't qualify? Anyone who is a U.S. citizen or permanent resident should submit their FAFSA. It is the only way that they have a chance to get federal or state grant aid, and it is their only opportunity to get federal student loans, should that be a direction that students and families are interested in exploring. I always discourage students from taking out loans if at all possible, but for those families where loans are important, and I think this year in particular, those loans may be important, having submitted your FAFSA will give you that opportunity to access those loans.
All right. First and foremost, get that FAFSA going if you haven't already. Jennifer Finetti from Scholarship Owl, thanks for joining us, giving us some insight on how this is impacting college students and their families and how to move forward. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.